Well, really what we were hoping to replicate in some respects is that feel that we had in the Will Rogers Coliseum. That's a place where we'd been holding rodeo for 76 years, and there was very much a social setting there. Regardless of whether you were along those box seats there on the bottom floor or you were up in the backstage club, it had that social feel. People were enjoying each other's company while enjoying rodeo.
If you remember in Will Rogers, behind the box seats, which were the premium seats at the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, was a wall. And everybody used to stand against the wall, and it didn't matter whether you were a superintendent or on the event staff or one of Fort Worth's finest businessmen, you were standing against that wall, talking, visiting, catching up. Even people from out of town coming in to show their cattle and their livestock were there. And so really with that idea and philosophy in mind is what gave us the concepts when we built Dickies Arena, that we had to keep that lifeblood alive. That was the social lifeblood. That wall was the social lifeblood of the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo.
So Mr. Bass and his team, hats off to them, they did a great job of building a facility that really took that to a new level. You may come and engage and meet your neighbor that you share a fence with, or it may be somebody that you know that lives halfway across the country, like during Ranching Heritage Weekend. I've been to plenty cattle industry conventions and events, and there's very few that touch this for that social aspect, people coming here to see the competition and enjoy each other's company.
Everybody's the same at the rodeo. It doesn't matter whether you're Edward P. Bass coming from downtown Fort Worth or you're just a man on the street. When you come to the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo, we're all the same. From the suite level to the gallery level to the plaza level, everybody can meet here. They can meet and greet and mingle. And I think everybody really just gravitates towards that. You know, they find each other here, and it doesn't matter which part of the bowl you're coming from, everybody's glad to see you, and you're glad to see them.
When you walk in the doors, even down to the art that's inside and on the exterior of this building, you get that feeling and appreciation of the Western lifestyle and the cowboy way of life. Then you hear that music, and thanks to the Cowboy Channel, I think what we're able to do with the Cowboy Channel is we take traditionalism with a contemporary twist. So in other words, we've got this traditional start. Our grand entry is very traditional. Prior to that, we've had the pre-show rolling on the center hung screen, reminding guests of what they're about to see, what's happened, what's going to happen. That helps. We have that grand entry, which is very traditional with our bunting and things that really hasn't changed from Will Rogers. Then when we go through the prayer, the Pledge of Allegiance, and the national anthem, people are relaxed and they're ready to enjoy each other's company and an outstanding rodeo. I think what's really unique about the Fort Worth Stock Show and Rodeo and having it here in Dickies Arena is the eclectic mix. It's got a mainstream feel, but at the same time with Ed Bass, our chairman of the board, who is just the most awesome civic leader Fort Worth has had since Amon Carter Sr. Him, Brad Barnes, our mayor in the grand entry, but then yet our sponsors that are here, the Junior League. When you walk through those doors and you hear rodeo programs, get your rodeo programs, and you recognize that that's the Junior League of Fort Worth, these young women that come from all walks of life to be a part of the rodeo. And after they sell those programs, they stick around for the social aspect, all the way down to, the people that live on the ranches and farms, whether it's right here in a contiguous county or halfway across the panhandle. They're here together enjoying the same thing. A traditional rodeo performance that's got that contemporary twist that just makes the feel of rodeo here something that's phenomenal and contagious.
Fort Worth is truly where the West begins. I think that it's in our heritage. I think we're frontiersmen at heart. And with that, we have to come together as a community. And I think that this is just our way of embracing that. We come together and we celebrate our heritage and our culture, and we do that through rodeo, we do that through stock show, we do that through helping each other on a day-to-day basis. And I think the stock show and rodeo is really the culmination of that, but you really do see it every day here in Fort Worth, Texas.
We've got professional rodeo. We're going to award $1.2 million to these athletes on Saturday. Major rodeo. Here in Dickies Arena, right on the cusp of that, we're going to bring in the NCAA men's round 1 and 2 of March Madness, followed by the NCAA women's gymnastics finals, followed by the USA gymnastics finals. Rodeo is a major sport here in Fort Worth that's highlighted in really the epicenter of professional venues. Dickies Arena is now the premier athletic facility in North Texas, and we've got rodeo, professional rodeo, the best of the best, right here in Fort Worth, Texas.